Let's see when the stream decides to go. Everybody's here? Oh, welcome. Looking a bit. Is the stream ever going to get going? Is it ever going to link to YouTube? Oh, we've gone straight into potato quality. Yeah! Fantastic. Absolutely love it. Hey, good to see you all. Welcome in to another Spotlight Hour. Jerry, hope you're good. Thank you for faffing around with the slow mode. Appreciate the support on that one. JK, good to see you. And Remoir, congratulations on the shadow, the brand new shadow, shiny Lileep. Fabulous to hear that you picked that up. MTG Banana, good to see you as always. How are we doing? Telepathy. Paul, aka Barside 2, lovely to hear from you. Where are you at now? Are you in transit? Are you flying somewhere? Or have you already landed in Hawaii for Worlds this weekend? Mike Griffin, good to see you in the chat. Leon and Lindsay, hey, good to see you both. How are you? How are you both doing? Packing for Worlds, hey. Paul, I'll say this again, I'll probably say it on X as well, but have a fantastic time over in Hawaii. Enjoy World Championships and enjoy the Comde Classic over there as well, because that will be quite the place to get the geotag. I wonder if when you do the Community Day Classic, will you get like multiple tags? Will you get World Championships event and also Belgium Community Day Classic tag and all of that? Gonna be good. Anyway, we don't have very long until the Lileep Spotlight Hour kicks off. The bonus is nothing to shout about. I think it's 2 times catch candy, which is very, very meh. But where's Lileep these days? It's in the Gen 3 decks. Here we go. We've seen 2,569. Nice. And we need to see all Lileep. We have a fair few shinies already. And a couple, well, the Hundo family done. When was our most recent one? Wow, 2022. Unless I've transferred some. GoFest Seattle. 2022 was the last time we got a Lileep. Unbelievable. Now it's a rock grass type. So what we'll do is we'll just Mega Evolve a Tyranitar, perhaps, since it's going to be 6 PM. Let's Mega Evolve the Tyranitar just to get a bit of extra candy boost. Why not? Rianne, welcome into the stream. Lovely to have you with us. How are you today? Javolo, good to see you. Hope all's good. And V2 Ostato, welcome into the stream. Great to have everybody here. I hope everyone is all good. We're maxed out on items. Ooh, dearie me. I need to sort through my item bag. I don't even have an incense. To be honest, Lileep, I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother with an incense, but it's Rainy Boost, which is the worst one we could have possibly wanted to go for, so okay. I mean, it hasn't rained all day. It's not scheduled to rain all day. So quite why it's gone to Rainy Boost here, I have no idea. It was 33 degrees Celsius yesterday. Today it's been like 26, 27 degrees. Like, okay. Now we're having the Rainy Boost. Very strange. Exactly, Rianne. 33 degrees the whole day, and during Spotlight Hour we only got rain. Exactly. I don't know what is going on with the old weather system, but when is the weather system actually accurate? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We're going to see if we can pick up a shiny tonight. If we can, great. If we can't, not really too much to worry about. We'll just play along, have a nice chilled session, can have a chat. If we fancy it, we've got the World Championships event crossover thing going on very soon on Friday. Looking forward to that one. Wolverine, hello dude, good to see you, good to hear from you. How are you? Hope all is well with you, and well, congrats on your Lugia stuff, man. I heard he had a much better session than I did. Also managed to get my first Shadow Shiny, oh, not Shadow Shiny Furfrou, can you imagine? Shiny Furfrou today. Fabulous. I don't know about you guys, but I'm quite glad to see the back of Adventure Week. Those spawns were not particularly fun. But what we will do to try and spice up the session is go and do a route. Because why not? Might as well get the route going. Ballpark Park intermediate loop. And let's follow it. Turn on Adventure Sync. Thank you, Samsung. Route was paused. Why? Why was the route paused? Why is the game so laggy suddenly? Very peculiar. Resume, please. Thank you. I don't know why I paused instantly. Honestly. The only thing that I'm sad I'm not seeing dotted around is Drilbur. Drilbur was a really nice spawn. But I very much welcome in... Well, I guess I welcome in the World Championships event with its research tasks and a 1-star raid pool. The actual Pokemon pool is not fantastic. Let's just say that. But let's see. Lileep is a good shiny. It's a very good shiny family. It's a shame they're kind of useless. And oddly not featured very much in Adventure Week. The other fossils were all shiny boosted, but locked behind eggs. Gen 1 fossils were available in the wild. Lileep and Anorith, you got one through the encounters of whatever it was, the collection challenge. That's unbelievable. Crazy, crazy, crazy. 2 purifications into Shundos. Jesus, man. Jesus. I couldn't even get something to purify to a hundo. As you saw in the video, possibly, all of my Lugia shadows were trash. Absolute trash. But, hey, they're not taking up space. Which is fantastic. Oh, thank you. I'm not going to mute Jerry. I'm going to give you a thumbs up. Wolverine, thank you so much for the dono. Appreciate it, my man. I'll have to double check and confirm. I think the 24-hour grind is A-OK to go Friday through to Saturday. I just need to confirm a few things. I can't let it go on through the weekend because obviously a Beldon Community Day Classic, and I don't want to be doing that Community Day Classic while sleep deprived. That would not be fun. And also I can't really do it first thing next week. It's just a little bit bad on the timing. So we'll double check things. But what is our rocket balloon? Will it be a timber? It's going to be lag, apparently. Oh, it's a female grunt. Female grunt and more lag. Just a bunch of lag, apparently. This is what Team Rocket's latest ploy is. It's just a bunch of lag. Fire. Okay. Maybe it could be Daramac. Fantastic. Charlie Lucy, hey, good to see you. How are you doing this evening? Oh, it's Cyndaquil. We'll do the Cyndaquil battle. Why not? What's the 4-star max? It's very difficult to tell. Because with wild spawns, the level range that you get, there's honestly, what is it? There's about 30 or 60 different CPs that would equal 100%er. All the way from level 1 through to level 30, because we don't have a sunny or partly cloudy boost here. So, difficult to tell what the hundo CP is in the wild. That's why it's much easier to tell a hundo from raids, eggs, or research. Much easier to tell because they all come through on one level. Not too bad, tired, not gonna lie. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you can get some rest. Rest and recuperation, Charlie Lucy. Shadow Cyndaquil. Random Shadow Hundo. Oh, very much no. Oh, dearie me. Are we getting horrific lag? It could be worse. It could be worse. An instant lag catch. Fantastic. Yeah, 0 star. Get it in the bin. Get back to the checks for the shiny. Throwing the stuff away. Although I don't mind checking the rockets. I don't know about you guys. It's like, if I can find, not the psychic grunt, if I can find the fighting type grunt, I'm going to check it. I'm going to check it every single time now. It's difficult to tell about the quality. If we're having quality issues, I apologise. We will try and fight through them. I'm going to try and plug in the foam fan. Let's see if the foam fan will provide any help. Okay. Let's see if the foam fan does anything. It's probably made it worse. Version of the app. I don't know. There may come a breaking point soon where we actually just ditch the IRL streams because it's too problematic to do them and play. Genuinely, it's getting to the point where it's very, very tricky. My Griffin, the chat freeze on your side as well. Oh my goodness me, that's YouTube properly throwing a hissy fit then. And yeah, JK, you're right. The amount of Makuhita shadow grunts I've found is actually extraordinary. There's so many, and you're like, oh, come on. Can't be shadow shiny, and is also not great. Of course, Makuhita, the most common one out of the whole thing. At least, knock on wood, I haven't so far encountered a shadow Hitmonchan or Lee from the second slot, which is quite nice. Sandra, hello, good to see you. Good evening, and how are you doing? Green Lileep. I can't believe, I mean, I must have got one and transferred it. I can't believe the last time we had a shiny Lileep was 2022 Seattle Go Fest. That to me is just crazy. When was everybody else's last shiny Lileep? Checking your storage. Did some of you get it this event or randomly? Come on. Oh, I don't even have a team set up for this one. Do you know what? I can't be bothered. Telepathy with the Never. Oh my goodness me. I guess if you're a game like the last couple of years, just try restarting the network. August last year for Jerry, July last year for MTG Banana. I did have the stream scheduled to go on the community tab. Maybe it didn't go through. If it's not up there, Charlie Lucy, then yeah, something went wrong with the post. I will fix after this stream, but thank you very much for letting me know. I assumed it had gone up. maybe we'll do a spotlight hour. I did get the shiny Dribble last week. Hey, you can get the shiny for multiple weeks in a row. So hopefully, telepathy, you can get it. Fingers crossed. Fingers very much crossed for you. Because the Lileep shiny, I looked at it, the Lileep was actually released for Adventure Week 2019. And we had the Lileep, Anorith, and amazingly Onyx released. K Dunks, good to see you. How are you? How are you doing? And Dwayne, the man with the pundo Lugia. How are you doing today, dude? We're just asking everybody when they last got a shiny Lileep in the storage. So I feel like I must have transferred mine. I must have thrown them away because Seattle Go Fest is a long time ago. DH, good to see you. Excited for Sunday. Comday Classic. You called it right. Good old Beldum. Beldum for a Sunday grind session. It's gonna be so good. So good. Of course, it's much better now, though. Thank you very much, Charlotte Lucy. That's reassuring words to hear. I don't know why. There are certain areas of the park I think are a bit sketchy, but I feel like after a certain period of time, the phone just loses the will to actually be a phone and have a phone service connected to it. It's very weird. What was it? I had recently Samsung email me saying, "How are you finding your Samsung Fold 3?" And I felt like emailing back and going, terrible. Just awful. "22nd of August 2022 for Mike." Wowza. Long time ago. My own Paul with the only shiny Lileep in his storage. It's from a New Zealand raid. Why on earth were you doing that? A New Zealand raid in February 2023. What possessed you to remote raid a Lileep? Genuinely. Well, was there no? If it was Hoenn Tour Global, yeah, there'd be no remote raid, no standards. That should be the new tier 1 raid name. They're not 1-star raids. They're no standards raids. Something along those lines, anyway. Almost not mean weak. It could be shadow shiny, but I'm not overly fussed by it. Telepathy. So excited for Sunday. Never had a shiny Beldum and have a 98% Metagross I'd love to max. If we don't get the hundo, it's going to be such a good day for so many people, which is wonderful to hear. Ooh. So now I can't interact with the map. It's not good. I'm very much looking forward to it. I already have like a really good Metagross army, so it's going to be a case of Shundo chase if we can do. If we spot any hundos, very much fingers crossed for the Shundo vibes on it. Did about 80 grunts in a day with no ban. I was hearing so many fluctuating figures. It was really odd. Like somebody got banned after doing like 45 grunts, but then other people have managed to do more than 100 perfectly fine. Like, what on earth are Niantic? What were Niantic fiddling around with to cause such a chaotic thing? And particularly during the Team Rocket takeover. So bizarre. Good old Lileep. It's a bit like how they broke Shadow Lugia. I'm sure most of you knew about the Shadow Lugia not being able to be subdued or anything like that. But apparently they were messing with the statistics for it in the game files. So I think they were trying to apparently make it a bit easier to catch, but in doing so messed up the whole enraged system, which is where you were finding shadow 1-star raids that theoretically shouldn't be able to be enraged, but they were being enraged. This isn't right. This isn't what's going on. Someone demanding I hatch eggs. No thank you. I will not hatch eggs. I don't wish to burn my incubators, even the infinite one, because I find the eggs are just eternal disappointment. I do find it funny. Hatch egg. Ooh. No, no, no. Oh, there's a rocket grunt. Come on. Tell me what it is. Tell me. It could be Shadow Shiny Omanite, but I don't mind. I don't want to do that one. Fighting grunts all the way. There's fighting and ice. Fighting and ice are the two types of grunt I think I'm chasing. The rest of them are not very meta relevant. Kind of miss there not being an abundance of rockets. So do I. It gets a little bit depressing afterwards. You're like, there's so few rocket grunts. Oh, oh, oh dear. See what I mean by disappointment? You click a grunt and it's trash. Henrique. What do you mean by Ray followed by 2 question marks? Let me know. They should keep the increased balloons. I did enjoy the balloons every 2 hours. It was very nice. It was a nice cycle through everything compared to every 6 hours. Do we have a cell? For all of that work, we didn't get a single cell. Fantastic. Telepathy. The balloons are every 6 hours. Every 6 hours is a long time, actually. As a friend, I was so close to getting my second Master Ball. I apparently had a special research. There was Master Ball 1. Don't know where I got it from. Oh, we got a thing from Canada. What have you got left to do, Renoir? What's left on the agenda for the old research game?
So a lot has changed for me.
Right, let's finish that route. 20 minutes. Nicely done. Oh, 90 out of 100. We nearly got the gold medal on that route. Do you know what? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do that route again, if it lets us. Let's just add it into the cycle again. Why not? I see. Yeah, the regular rocket balloons are they're so minimal. But I do think there was plenty of posts going around asking, like, where were Jesse and James for a Team Rocket takeover? And I really don't understand why they're just not in the game generally. Like one in every 20 balloon chance that you get a Jesse and James Meowth balloon. I think that would be really cool. But they haven't been in the game for coming up to nearly, what, 3 years? Yeah, nearly 3 years absence. for Jesse and James, and they've only featured 3 times. Once in 2020 and then twice in 2021, I think. You think like, why? What's the block on on Jesse and James? You know, strange. MTG, yeah, you're quite correct. Usually it was an every 3-hour cycle. I don't know whether they decided to change it to 1 in every 2 just to give a bit more of a boost. And it's very peculiar that we now have no spawns at all. I feel like the game's broken. There's a Lileep. 1 single Lileep. Only Machop last event didn't play much. Still, showing Machop is still epic. And I like that that's been left in the rotation of grunts. That's actually fantastic. Definitely a much better chase than the actual rocket leaders themselves. In fact, in my bag, I have 2 rocket radars because of the mysterious component collection. I've got the rocket radars off. I will not use them for the next 3 months. I'd rather chase for Shadow Timber and Machop. And what was the other one? There was another one, the Swin Up. Still chasing a Shadow Hundo Swin Up. Looking forward to that one. Don't ask Milo how many he has. Or is this referring to Shadow Machop? Should we have a look? I mean, it's a green shiny. It kind of fits the theme for tonight, you know. Right, so I need to go shiny. Six. Bear in mind, there was one day. It was when it was first introduced to the Shadow Shiny. 2022 November. There's a video on the channel if you want to go and check it out. Where I got 3 Shadow Shiny Machop inside of 24 hours. I even have one from a raid. I think it's this one. This is from a raid, maybe? Yeah, Course of the Raid, a local raid. I just did a Shadow Machop raid and it was actually a Shadow Shiny. It's not bad stats. The rest of them are okay. Too much flex. Don't worry, that's about the only good Shadow Shiny luck I've ever had. That's with Machop. Everything else has always been a struggle, or perhaps not even getting them. Back in the day, Shadow Shinies did not like me. They still don't really, because to be honest, I haven't, like, last 3 months with the Rocket Wave. I forgot what was even on the old Rocket Wave. Honestly, they were so boring, I couldn't be bothered. Something. Machop was in it with Cliff, I think, and the other 2, I forget what they were. Genuine. Oh, Cacnea and something else. I did not chase those leaders at all for 3 months, and now I've got another 3 months where I'm like, I don't want to chase the rocket leaders. You know, I don't need them. Trapinge, thank you, Dwayne. Thank you for letting me know. And Jerry as well. Appreciate that. Now those Shadow Shinies, I was like, ugh, really? Well. What games do you play before Pogo? Usually a bit of Need for Speed of various games. My favourite Need for Speed by far, probably my favourite game in general, would be Need for Speed Most Wanted from 2005. That was an absolute gem of a game. Still is to this day. But did have a little bit of modded Minecraft, you know. Somebody's asked what country we're in. We are in Uzbekistan. Let's go with that. Psychic Grunt is just terrible. Terrible. $14, $15, $14 Shadow Jolt. Ooh, Meta Champion, by the way. Lovely to see you in the chat. So I know you messaged before, but I completely lost it. Congrats. 96 Shadow. That'll be fairly usable in Ultra League, potentially. I'm not sure. Walking through Nepal. Yes, absolutely. the wondrous mountains of West London. Need for Speed Underground 2, Dwayne, on my vibe, definitely. That generation of games, Underground, Underground 2, Most Wanted 05, and Carbon. That was the golden era of Need for Speed. Although I will say Need for Speed Heat for 2019 was a really good game. I did buy Need for Speed Unbound, but just never found the time to play it, which released 2022. And then, to be honest, just don't really do other games these days. It's all about sort of the content with Pokemon Go and all that sort of stuff. And then any time outside of it is like, if I can put the phone away, it's nice. Because usually then it's doing stuff with podcast, pushing that, you know, bits and pieces outside of the game or whatever. I remember Dwayne with his Shadow Trapinch. The Shadow could be purified to a Shundo. Some people are saying never purify. I'm like, if it's a trash Shadow and it can purify to a Shundo, do it. Why the hell not? It's worth doing it. Unless you want to keep the Trapinch in eternal suffering, which is what Shadows can do. If Flygon gets a Mega next year, I'm purifying it. Oh yeah, with Legends ZA. Definitely looking forward to that one. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, because it kind of suits, doesn't it? It's a 3-stager. Gets a bit of a dragon typing in its final stage. Why not? Let's see what they do. Knowing off that Shadow Joltik appeared just at the end of teaming frustration away, but good news for you, Meta Champion, if you know, the World Championships event that starts on Friday brings that whole TM frustration away thing back, which is great. So for the World Championships event, you can get rid of your Shadow Pokemon frustration move. That's really cool. And I think it's the first time they've ever done that, you know, where we've had the Team Rocket takeover and then another event that's had the TM frustration away. Because I remember in the days when you were lucky to see it once a year. back before COVID, it was like, oh, Team Rocket takeover, you can purify or TM away frustration. This is the only time you're going to see it in the next year. Whereas now it's every 3 months, once a season. Depends on when they're going to depends on when they put the Team Rocket takeover. I have a suspicion they'll probably do it January, maybe even February. End of January will be the next one, I think. I don't know, we've got one coming. We'll have one coming up in October, November. They'll do the thing where they coincide with the Halloween event, like they did last year. We had the Team Rocket takeover during sort of the second half of the Halloween event, which is really cool. And that was when Shadow Shiny Lugia was first available. So there you go. We should have one more Team Rocket takeover this year, and then the next one will be early 2025. Scuba is probably my favourite Pikachu costume. I did see somebody saying it's Snorkelachu, which it is sort of. It's a snorkeling Pikachu. It's not scuba. It doesn't have the oxygen tanks. If it had an oxygen tank, would actually, but I prefer the name Scuba-Chew. I think it's really cool. And I'm with you. Scuba-Chew, definitely one of the best outfits, one of the best costumes ever for Pikachu, which is fantastic. Although the people who are actually going over to Worlds will have the chance to get the Riolu plush with the scuba gear or the snorkeling gear on it. Snorkeling Riolu, fantastic. Shame that won't be a costume in the egg. Can you imagine hatching Riolu with the snorkeling gear on it? That'd be great. What's your favourite new Shadow Shiny? Good question. Technically there are only 2 new Shadow Shinies, which would be Lileep and Anorith, and I would pick Lileep over the Anorith personally. I think the green just works better with the purple aura and the red eyes. Anorith to me is just like, the shiny's nice, but then Shadow Shiny is just like brown and purple together. Have a friend going to Worlds, fingers crossed he can get me the Snorkeler Chew plush. I have tasked Vince, our community ambassador, to go and get us the the plushie, if he can do. Fingers crossed. He should be on his way over either tomorrow or on Thursday, I think. Credilli. Yeah, the Lileep and Credilli line, they look good. Shadow Shinies, I agree with you. Definitely. Oh dear, a 5-star raid is hatching. Oh, we got a huge one. Wow. That's possibly the best thing that's going to happen all stream. Savor the moment, people. It very well could be the pinnacle of the stream. Look at that. It's not even the largest Lileep we've ever seen. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Horrendous. BT Glines, hey, good to see you. Welcome in. All the way tuning in from Canada. Inspired me to start making Pogo content. Oh, fantastic. Content, love the adventure videos, keep them up. Thank you very much, and good luck on your content creator stuff as well. I have to find your channel and have a little look-see. When did you begin? When did you start putting stuff up? And what sort of thing are you going for? Are you going for shorts? Are you going for shiny captures? Are you going for some vlog bits and pieces? Because, hey, give it a go. Which is great, you are doing. Give it a go, see how it gels. You'll find your format somehow through a little bit of trial and error. Anybody who's seen my first ever video of Trap Inch Community Day will know it was a mess. Everybody's first couple of videos are. And we're still on the learning curve of how to do things, etc. Want Shadow Shiny Giratina someday. I think it's going to be a long time before we see that, but yeah, one day it will happen. It could be years though, because bear in mind we're still going to get Shadow Giratina from a Giovanni battle, and that thing they're going to make us wait. If it's every 3 months, we've still got to go through the late trio, the Heatran, Darkrai. They'll save Palkia and Dialga, I'm sure, but like, there's a long list of Shadow Legendaries before we get to Giratina, unfortunately. Can't find a shiny. That's the nature of Spotlight Hour, I'm afraid. Spotlight Hours are typically full odds, so we're dealing with a 1 in 512 ratio here. So, if we find a shiny, like we did last week with Drilber, it's quite lucky, quite rare to find. But they are some of your better chances. We're very unlikely to find a Lileep Community Day in the near future. And thank goodness for that. We don't need that in our lives. Oh, DH, thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a pint or a coffee, Mile. I appreciate all the work you put in for us. Thank you very much for the extra support and the super chat stream. And being here pretty much every single week as well. Now, where have all the Lileep run away from? Like, seriously, where have they gone? Dub on the dono, absolutely. And Meta Champion, very right. Shadow Rayquaza still has to be a thing. I reckon they'll save that. It could even be, dare I say, linked to GoFest next year. Because they know Shadow Ray is going to be very, very powerful. Won't be as good as the Mega, nowhere near as good as the Mega, but it will still be very good. Oh, was that a new grunt? Oh, it's disappeared. That's good. It means it was an old grunt. We had somebody say hello. I can't remember what the name was. Maxi B 89, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Tour 2025, yes. Tour 25 will link with Unova, and it will be black and white QRM. It's very likely that will be the case. And kind of, it fits with the format of the old, now back-to-back years, we've had more of obviously a big raid focus. So Hoenn Tour 2023 saw the Primals release for the first time. That was brand new. Then this year for Sinnoh Tour, we had the origin forms of Palkia and Dialga. Yes, they're technically Hisuian, but Gen 4 linked. And I think, yes, you're quite correct. Penguin, we will see QRM Fusion black and white form, I'm sure of that. When are they going to drop Arceus? Oh, that old chestnut. Who knows? Who knows when they're going to drop Arceus, seriously. I feel like they need to do their own special event for it, because they wanted to do it with a more timely release, shall we say. Well, I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to do good old special research? That means we can all have access to a 10-10-10 Arceus. Lovely. Complete the route for the 99th time. Jack, hey, good to see you. Yes, and Machop at the Lugia right there. It was lovely to have a chat. Hope you're good. Thanks for popping in the stream. Me, the Mr. and the daughter, watching as always. Massive respect. Appreciate it. It was, as I say, it was lovely to have a chat. And how did the weekend turn out for you, actually, Lugia raid-wise? Because I got sort of swept up with the whole raid train thing at the end. I didn't see you again. So how did it pan out? Did you get the red one? Because yeah, my Saturday raiding was trash. It didn't go terribly well, but hey, it was really good fun. Do you know what? I think we could squeeze in. Do we go for another? Yeah, we've got time. We've got literally 22 minutes. We can do another version of this loop. Easy. Let's get our gold medal for this loop. This will be my first route gold medal, actually. So that'll be, there you go, that will actually be the most epic thing on stream. See, we won't have to stick with the extra large Lileep being the top moment of the stream. We're going to go and get a gold medal on a route. Fabulous. Wonder what they'll do for Unova Tour Master Wheat Research. As Jenna said, it's already shiny available. Yes, there's one more form, I think, one more drive, sorry, that needs to be shiny released from memory. The other 3 Gen 5 mythicals haven't been released shiny in the main series game. I know about Victini. We do still have to get the other form of, what was it? Or is that Gen 6? I can't remember. Meloetta, is that Gen 6? I can't remember off the top of my head. There's one more form of that. I don't know whether they just give us another Victini, you know, because GoFest, was it 2020? I think 2020 GoFest was Victini. So it's very overdue that we get another one of those, even if it can't be shiny. Penguin, how could we forget about the whole black and white QRM released through GBL by accident, and the Niantic took them away from people? Crazy. Sam O'Donnell, hey, good to see you in the chat, my dude. How are you? Won't go to play Unova Tour in person, or play global, I think, like most peeps, to be honest. Like a new black and white QRM shiny family. Did we get a Flabébé shiny? What happened? I must have missed that message. Sam O'Donnell, here we go. In what was a lackluster event Adventure Week, managed to pull my first ever shiny Flabébé. Very nice. Sorry, I missed that message beforehand. Congratulations. I think you, is it Dwayne? Dwayne, you got your shiny over the weekend actually as well for Flabébé. Not the easiest shiny to spot, but very, very nice and rare. Congratulations. Was it a red flower one, or was it like one of the rarer ones, the orange and the white? I feel like I'm walking faster around this part than the Lileep spawns actually refresh. There aren't very many new Lileep dotted around. Oh, what a surprise, my chat froze. Fantastic. Look at that. What did I miss? I missed so much. I'm so sorry, the chat froze for me. If it comes to Elite Raids, I might delete the game forever. The thing with Elite Raids is that we know I mean, the only thing that hasn't stuck around in Elite Raids for the longest time is, or rather should I say, the thing that's stuck in Elite Raids and hasn't come out to regular raids is Enamorous. Enamorous hasn't been released since its Elite Raids in February this year. You know, last year Regieleki and Regidrago were in Elite Raids and then came out 3-4 months later. Hooper was available in Research first. Mega Rayquaza was available at GoFest remotely first anyway, and then later through a makeup day. So crazy. Wonder are they going to do Go Tour Classic? Please, no more Kanto. No more Kanto. Decent rare candy from Roots lately. Nice, JK. Maybe because gold? Perhaps. Let's find out. I have had the occasional rare candy, rare XL candy, should I say. And I think once or twice I've had Elite TMs drop from Root Rewards, which is quite extraordinary. Ah, there we go. Medicham, thank you very much. Victini, Keldeo, Meloetta. Maybe, because it can't be shiny, they'll drop all 3 in the Masterwork for Gen 5. Maybe they'll do a triple. Who knows? How long would the flight be to Hawaii? Oh my goodness me. So it would be a case of, I think, fly from Heathrow to LA, so to LAX, and that's obviously about 12 hours or so. Is this a new grunt? Oh, fighting grunt. Emergency, people. Emergency. So 12 hours there, and I think it's like an extra 7 or 8 or maybe more. Oh dear, it's a Makahita. That's tragic. So it's a long time to get to Hawaii for me. But unfortunately, I can't go. I'm trying to catch up. Oh my goodness me. GoFest 2021 was it? Victini. That was a red flower. Nice. Congratulations. And the orange flower was from Madrid. Yay. That's where I got my I got 2, I think. 2 Flababy orange flowered ones shiny from New York GoFest. They were in the research, weren't they? They basically didn't spawn. They weren't in the spawn pool for whatever GoFest New York. You know. Let's get this grunt taken down. Kevin, good evening to you. BT Lines, do you PvP battle at all? No. Very much no. I'm not a PvPer. Even if I wanted to. God, that's just sickening to see. Because we know it's bad stats. I'll show you. So I foolishly picked up the free ticket for battles because I thought this season I might have a crack at it. Yeah, I've done nothing. I've done none at all. Even when I was trying to activate, I was like, should I try and do it for a bit of content? Why not? I can't bring myself to do it. I just find the form, and at the moment I'm hearing so many horrendous things about bugs and glitches. It's possibly the worst it's ever been with worlds coming up. Oh my goodness me. Crazy. So yeah, it's also just the time consumption. That's what I'm not a fan of, is, you know, the time consumption it takes to do the PvP battles. There are so many other things we could be doing, which we try and do anyway. Let's see, because they have released the shiny variants of the 3 cast forms, sunny, rainy and snowy, and I think they were released in Pokemon Go as shiny first and then released possibly in the main series game a bit later, but they weren't able to be shiny beforehand from what I've been told. There we go. Beat MTG confirming Battle League lag, glitched battle lag, the best that Niantic can offer. I don't know. And even when it does work, I just find the formats and everything very, very, what's the word, stagnant. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Dylan, so you want Basculin to evolve in Pokemon Go. For Basculegion, that will be what it is, isn't it? That's the White Stripe. The White Stripe evolves into Basculegion. I have a suspicion, Dylan, that they'll drop Basculegion in a raid day. because that's what they've done. That's what they've kind of done with all of the other Hisuian stuff. Shiny hunting today. Congratulations on your one shiny on the event. Are you talking about Adventure Week or are you talking about this now, Spol Hour? We've got a prediction. Next 20 checks for the shiny. Let's see. Let's see if you're going to be accurate. And yes, Nicola, there are 4 versions of cast form, 4 forms of it, depending on the weather. But the normal cast form has been shiny forever. The rainy, sunny and snowy weren't actually shiny available in the main series games for years. I think they were released in Pokemon Go first. Free ways to get a remote raid pass. Well, if you're lucky, you can get one from your research breakthrough, the 7-day stamp box thing. You can get a remote pass from that, Conover. Or I'm afraid it's going to have to be Pokecoins earned. There's no other way to get free remote passes in the game. Wonder how they'll do Hisuian Siglu and Gudra. Hisuian Siglu Raid Day? I don't know, all the Hisuians have so far been released, you know, the ones that are evolved versions of other Pokemon that aren't their own forms, have all been raid days. Avalugg, Weirdeer, etc. The only ones that have been released in the wild or through eggs, the ones that have a completely different form family. Voltorb, for example, and Sneasel. Did you see we hit Lucky Friends the other day? I think I did. I think I screenshotted the massage in the midst of everything going on. It's nice. So we're Lucky Friends on everything. Wolverine. Until wherever Unova Tour is going to be. I'll have to see. I'm sure Mega Metagross will get a raid day. They know Niantic know they can make a killing on the old raid pass game and everything for Mega Metagross. People will go out for that one, so they're going to wait. They're going to hang fire on that, I'm sure. We will get Mega Camerupt and Sharpedo first. Next month is a raid day. We'll see what that's going to be. We're going to see what that will be. How's everything in the UK? The news and social media says it's a shambles right now. Well, I mean, typically what you see and hear on news and social media is only ever bad news. You never hear the good stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of bad things going on at the moment, which is a bit wild, but of course they're going to get press coverage. But here we keep it Pokemon Go, we keep it light, we keep it fun and entertaining. Sarah Love, welcome into the stream, good to see ya. They could do special research for Gumi Rockruff style. I think Rockruff was dropped in, there was an event where it was first released and then they had a separate event at the beginning of this year for the Dusk form. I'm trying to think back to it. Hope it's a proper raid day, not one of those cut up days. I don't think we're going to see the likes of that segmented triple raid hour day for a while, actually. Because that was the first time they ever did that one. played Pogo in Scotland? No, I haven't been up to Scotland for many, many years. Again, sort of on the list to try and find a way to go up there at some point, but yeah, I'd like to go up at some point. Not sure quite where to. Been over a lot of places for a bit of Pokemon Go. But 8 minutes to go. That spot hour's kind of flown by people, hasn't it? I feel, have I missed a question? I have missed a question. Meta champion, because people are answering this question before I have. Lovely work. I've seen some really good suggestions. I agree with Dwayne. Gold duck, actually being a golden duck would be very nice. So what was this? If you change any shiny, what would you change and to what? I much prefer shiny Tangela if it's spaghetti coloured with brown meatball feet. Ugh. I've got to disagree with you on that one, to be honest. I really like the green of Tangela, like the green shiny, but that's just my personal preference on the colour palette. Question of a shiny. What would we switch it to? That's a very good one, actually. Actually going to have to require some thought on that one. Do you know what? Actually, I think if they turned, right, because it's a water type, if they turned shiny Palkia blue, I think, because it's kind of, you know, the blue medals of water and dragon suits nicely. Since it kind of doesn't change too much from its regular shiny, I know the origin form is a bit more of a difference, which is nice, but it sort of just becomes slightly more pink. Right, well, okay, fine. Let's make it a big difference. Let's switch it up. Let's make it go blue. Why not? Change Lugia to like the shadow one from Colosseum. Oh, the X and D, yeah, the proper shadow Lugia. That would be fun. Can you imagine the proper shadow shiny Lugia? It would be crazy. Brendan M, hey, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. How are you? DH, don't like the colour of shiny Machop. Machop is a bit of a grungy green. What would you switch it to? What would you change it to? Because it's kind of like the way that Machop is as a shiny, just the whole thing changes. Since they're fighting type, it'd be quite fun to see a gold Machop for a gold medal, you know, like a fighting belt colour. That'd be quite fun. The golden Machop. Coming up, people. 5 minutes to go. However, we're about to complete our 100th route passage of this route. Complete. Tick it over. Welcoming the gold badge for the first time. My first golden route. 2 rare candy. And that's about it. Fantastic. Well, there we go. I'm hoping a few more decent rewards will pop off of that now that we basically do that route, you know, at least a couple of times a week, because we do it 1 or 2 times during Spotlight Hour and then through Community Day. If we're here playing Community Day, we will be doing it one. Golden Machop would be very cool. I agree, Dwayne. I think it'd be nice. Penguin, I think Slugma has the most underrated shiny. Slugma's a beautiful shiny. I agree with you on that one. I don't know if underrated. I just think people forget about the Pokemon. But Slugma as a shiny is so different. It's great. What I'm not a massive fan of is how it changes into Macargo as a shiny, because that just becomes kind of a generic pink magenta. If it stayed grey as a Macargo, that would be really interesting. Regret catching Espeon. Karen, why do you regret catching Espeon? Need more red shinies. There are some red ones, aren't there? Not too many. Skorupi's the one that comes to mind immediately. Cranidos, Rampardos are good ones too. Gonna check last minute home spawns. Meta champion, best of luck for those last minute home spawns. Hopefully they come through. Espeon's like my least favourite Pokemon. The thing is, Espeon isn't usually available in the wild. It was available in the wild specifically for GoFest. Typically you have to evolve to it. Clauncher I wouldn't say is red as a shiny. I'd say that's more of an orange shiny. Maybe that's just me and the colour palette and how I view things. Gyarados, of course, yes. That is very much a nice red shiny. I personally really like Espeon shiny, actually. The green, very nice. I do actually, there's a shiny I would like to see changed a little bit. Leafeon. I'm not sure what they could turn it to. Like maybe make it sort of orange and yellow, so it's like proper autumnal colours. That would be quite fun. Because at the moment it just becomes a slightly more saturated version of itself, really. What if Zekrom became white for its shiny and Reshiram became black? See, that swap of the colour palette would actually be so sick. That would be so good. Can you imagine a white, neon white Zekrom with the green tail? And then Reshiram, the black with the gold, would look insane. Definitely. I'd be very down for that swap. This old Machop's a gold shiny, Gyarados goes red. Some of the transitions between colours, a bit like Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite. Two of them are bright pink shinies, then it becomes like weird green. Not that I don't like the green, it's just it's very different from the rest of the line. Very strange. Yes, favourite evolution, Flareon, an OG. OG one, fabulous. I think I'm going to go and check that Rocket Grunt over there, actually. Are there any more dotted around? Somebody's doing the Kangaskhan Mega Ray, can you believe it? I'm going to go and check that Grunt. Somebody asking why you're not hatching eggs. I don't want, even with an incubator, regular incubator, I didn't want the eggs interrupting the spawn hour catches and stuff like that. That's why I don't incubate eggs on a community day, because I don't want the hatch animation taking away from the wild spawns. But also, since the eggs at the moment are just regular eggs, they don't have anything in them specifically, I don't feel the need to go through and burn the incubators to try and clear them. I'm not going to go for the 12-kilometer egg grind. But yeah, I'll put them in probably after the swallow hour, but at the moment it's a bit like there's no real thing for there's no thing. There's 7 o'clock. Beautiful, good timing. And it's iron. No thanks. That is a dead grunt. Right, unfortunately, people, no shiny here, but BT Grind's got to head out. Thanks for the stream, Milo. Hey, thank you very much for popping in. Good luck on your grind. I'll have a little look at your channel and see how things are going. Keep going with the content. Have a crack at it. You've got a really good opportunity with Belgium Community Day Classic. Have a good one, and hopefully, I may see you tomorrow for Raid Hour, because we're going to live stream. I know it's a dead raid boss, people. It's not a bad shiny, but Incarnate Thunderous is going to be. If you want to join for that Raid Hour, by the way, you can go and drop a comment onto the Lugia Shadow Raid video that is on the channel. Include your in-game name and your friend code in that. I know Mike Griffin is on for that, and there was somebody else as well, I think. So I'll go through that tomorrow and add some people if they want to try for that shiny or that hundo. The Therian version's better, but they do share the same candy, so potentially a good chance to get some extra resources for it. Ain't too bad. Now, Lileep. I can't remember how much XL candy we started on. I think it wasn't very much, but we're now ending on 613. Encounters wise, we began on 2,569, and now we're nearly at 2,900. So I say it's a decent haul, but unfortunately no shiny tonight. Let's just have a little look-see, and if we picked up a 4-starer. Did we pick up? No. And no 4-star goodness. Fantastic. And did we pick up a Nundo? No. Literally nothing, the whole thing. Rocks to the day. That, people, will probably be a Community Day Classic next year. Calling it now. That'll be next year's, or one of the Community Day Classics for next year. Right. Going to wrap up the stream. Thank you very much to the two super chats that came through, DH and the Wolverine. Thank you so much for the extra support on the stream. Really do appreciate it. Big thank you anybody who's here who's new, swinging on by the channel. Appreciate you. If you can stick around, that'd be awesome. Regular viewers, it's always a huge pleasure to be with you on the Tuesday and Wednesday evenings and whenever videos go up. Thank you so much for sticking around with the channel and enjoying the content. Really do appreciate it. And a big thanks to the mod squad as always. You guys are the bedrock of these streams and keeping things rocking and rolling smoothly and efficiently. So I really appreciate your help. I really, really do. So I'll see you all tomorrow, people, for a bit of a meh raid hour, but don't worry, double Xerneas is coming afterwards. That I'm excited for. Xerneas, 2 raid hours for that, bring it on. So until tomorrow, peeps, do take care.